Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Chained Echoes. We get to learn skills once again, and so I looked at all the skills, and I think I know the things that I want. For Glenn, since he's kind of the tank, I'm going to do counter defense up, or did I want SOS defense up? I think I want SOS defense up, which is when he gets below 25% HP, his defense goes up by 30% for 3 turns. So I think that sounds good. And we get some other stats. Rob, I was going to give poison resistance to, because I discovered just how bad poison resistance, or getting poisoned is. And that's good. You are a magic guy, and so you are going to get magic +2. All right. Batraz is also a magic guy, and so he's going to get magic +4. Great. Len, I decided something for her. What was it? I decided more mass damage spells, so fire to all the enemies in the field of play sounds like it'll be useful. For Killian, Alfred's Will lowers target defense in mind by 10% for 3 turns all, so basically like debuff all the bad guys. Sounded pretty good. And finally, I think eventually I'm going to want a dragon killer, and so why not make it Sienna? Okay, so I've spent my Grimoire Shard in order to learn new skills. I still have a bunch of skill points that I could spend in order to kind of upgrade some of those skills, but for now, that feels pretty good. And we just fought a boss, and so I don't think there'll be another one just kind of like immediately on the next screen. So instead, let's do some exploration. Stinky Powder. Just what I was hoping to find. Looks like there's a little bit to explore back here. Maybe somewhere I had seen a treasure chest that I couldn't get to. There's crystals. I should take a look at crystals on an anvil again at some point. Haven't done that in a while. Chainmail. Oh, another one of those. Oh, I'm gonna need more. I've got 1 gold ore, so I could upgrade it. And upgrade someone's equipment, probably. Yeah, then I'd have to redo my crystals, and... Is this a cave, or is this where I just came back? This is where I just came back to, okay. Water! We found water. It's the greatest treasure ever. I'm not sure if this is... Oh, that's nice. A tulip. I love tulips. I was starting to say something. But now I don't remember what it was. The thought has been lost. Such is the nature of things. This place seems safe. Let's take a rest before continuing. Oh, we're gonna get some more backstory. I can feel it. Slowly pulling up my body. I don't know how much longer I can travel with you. Oh, is he just old? A kingdom for a cure to this rising sobriety. Alright, he's just joking about the fact that the alcohol is wearing off. Does he always act like this? He's supposed to be one of our leading scientists. He's quite headstrong. Truth be told, I also long for a glass of Arcadian wine. Sir Victor, you trust us enough to reveal the secrets behind the grimoire, but not enough to reveal why you do that. I trust you enough to share every secret I carry. It's just that I can't tell you. I made a promise. Sir Victor's not the only one with secrets, is he? What do you mean? You survived the Wernshire disaster, did you not? But how? You were there? Yes. Sir Cameron mentioned that only the user in the immediate vicinity is spared. Tell him. You know about this, Len? Fine, I'll tell you about it. Okay, so now everybody knows. And therefore, I have even more reason to destroy this weapon. Alright, Rob doesn't like him. And he doesn't like the fact that Glenn and Len have secrets with one another from Rob. He's a mass murderer. He's killed hundreds of Terran soldiers. I'm sorry. Save your words. Rob, leave him be. Surely you don't mean to forgive him. There's nothing to forgive because he's not the one to blame. The Grand Grimoire was there for a reason. It was there because of my Lord Brother. The princess may forgive you, but I don't. Mantle yourself in your convenient lies for all I care. Why did we take him with us? Well, he's escaping a very crummy life back in the castle, so... Is it still far to the monastery? A bit. It's located in an island just off the coast. Right, I'd forgotten the big picture is we're trying to get to the monk monastery, where we can learn about the guy who originally brought the grimoire to Tormund. Regular earthquakes in Valandis, strong whirlpools have found around the island and blocked access above water. Then we should have taken an airship. Unfortunately, this territory is free of air stones. The only way to reach the monastery is through an old escape tunnel under the seabed over to the island. That sounds scarier than this. Let's move on then. Eager to find out more about the grimoire, are you? Alright, a mystery is waiting to be lifted. Okay, so that at least tells us a little bit about what we're going to be encountering. We're going to a monastery on an island, and we have to travel under the seabed to get there. And now this. Frederick. General Godfrey, you're the first person to enjoy this new power. What does it feel like? Right, they were like mutating him or something to something. I feel as if I was in a dream. As if you were. My head is slightly befogged, but boiling blood is running through my body. Every move, every breath, I perceive it consciously. Think of it as a gift that you should use in Terran's favor. Your Highness. A messenger has brought us news from beyond the Emerald Sea. Prince Dreckler has taken the capital. His last brother has been executed. The war is over, and Umbralia has a new king. So it's only a matter of time until they turn their gaze toward Valandis. So yeah, the backstory was the other continents were strong, but they were engulfed in war, and so this continent kind of like escaped their notice for the moment. It'll happen sooner rather than later. All the more important to end our war quickly. Only united Valandis stands a chance against the enemies beyond. Sir Gawain, take General Godfrey with you and instruct him. Where are they going? And the fact that we're watching them walk down a hallway, does this mean Godfrey all of a sudden is going to go crazy and like kill this guy? And we're going to see it from the third person, but nobody's going to know what's going on? I don't know, I'm speculating. Listen to me carefully. The fleets of Terran and Ascania will collide in the sky above the Roland fields. Our airships may outnumber them, but we still want to keep our casualties as low as possible. Especially given that a fight from Umbralia might follow. You can count on me. Wow. That's a lot of doors. Your newly acquired power will cut a path through enemy lines and pave the way for our main weapon. The Grand Grimoire? Exactly. Listen well. When it's shattered, it gives off a tremendous explosion that devours all life in a radius of 1,000 meters. Or thousands of meters. Such a weapon must not be used in our own lines. After opening the way through the enemy's vanguard with your new powers, you'll board the sky armor, bring the grimoire behind the enemy lines, there you will smash it. I'm supposed to carry the Grand Grimoire? Isn't there anyone else who could do this? I was told you're one of Terran's better pilots. That's true, but... I see, you're worried the explosion would kill you. No, calm your fears. A weapon that kills its user is pointless. The Grimoire spares everything within a radius of 3 meters. Nothing will happen to you, nor to your sky armor. Is that so? Of course, I'm not afraid of death. But can't we just hurl the stone into the enemy's airships? And fear to miss the target? A stone would land somewhere on Earth and destroy an entire region. And to throw the stone at such distance, we'd need a cannon. If the stone was to break in its own cannon barrel, it would be our army destroyed and not the enemy's. I understand. Leave it to me then. An easy task for a man of my caliber. I expect nothing less. I see, and the doors were protecting it. Okay. Isn't it beautiful? Those colors, it looks magnificent. Magnificent glow for a tool so foul. I hate it. Okay. We got some backstory. And that was just as a result of, like, camping over here. I guess I'm going to go ahead and drop my first save for today. Just to make sure I don't have to listen through all of that again. And where are we on the map? We're about to go off the top. Before we do, there's crystals over here. Hooray! Alright. Let's see what we got up here. More cutscene-y stuff. Leviathan's Trench. So the monastery's out in the ocean on an island. And, okay. We're aiming over there somewhere. I thought I saw, like, a prompt come up briefly there, but I think my eyes deceived me. This dead end exists for some reason, I have to imagine. I don't see anything to interact with, though. Alright. Maybe it doesn't have a reason. Ooh, pretty colors. What am I engaged with? There was a bottle and a genie popped out. Okay, I like that. Red wine gin. Alright. He's weak to water. I have a strong water move, actually. Since you're weak to water, why don't we break out someone that we don't use all that often? It's Len. 261 damage. Nice. I presume he can be poisoned, so sure, let's try to get that. Toot sweet. Poison has been dealt. It's just one enemy, so I'm not sure that we need your skills, Victor. Let's instead try an X-Slash with Sienna. And now this thing will be bleeding as well. So it's got two different debuffs. That's like another 120 damage every time it takes a turn. And then Metal Dagger is good for single target damage. And this thing's already like halfway down, right? Yeah. Okay. So I have no worries here. So we'll just finish this thing off with a power shot. Alright, this will be one of the first times in a long time, ever, that Rob and Len were in the party pretty much during the entire battle. They're typically in the back row, not being used by me, the way that I play. Oh, okay, there was a way to jump across here that I didn't notice. I thought I'd reached a dead end, but I wasn't reading the terrain properly. Down here, just pretty colors, not like crystals or anything to interact with. And okay, this time there's two of these guys. I don't think that this is going to be too bad, but it just so happens that I have someone who can hit two different guys at the same time with water. Oh wait, the second one's a different color. He's weak to some other element. I did not pay attention, and it may cost me. So, there's a red wine degen, and there's a white wine degen who's weak to fire. Okay. Let's focus on red. Get it some debuffs. And then we'll work on the other one after that. Oh, tsunami. That actually hurt a fair bit. I'm just going to focus on the one for now. I do have a lot of healing skills. But yeah, let's focus on the one and deal as much damage as possible. And I've got Petal Storm. That's super awesome because that deals a ton of damage. Great. And, oh dear. Wow. I got dry debuffed, I think, and then got hit by wet. Let's retry this battle. So admittedly, I did make an error right at the beginning, which was not noticing that it was two different types of enemies, but I didn't think that things were going to turn that badly that quickly. So I'm going to try mostly the same strategy, but this time I'm going to have Victor buffing us up at the beginning, and I'm going to focus all of my attention on red up here. Alright, Victor, anytime you want to come out here with some healing buffs, that'd be great. There we go, healing him. And he has a little bit more magic power than he used to, so hopefully that'll deal even more. Deal more damage? No. Heal more healing? I'm not sure what I'm trying to say. Water Thrust is good. Deals a lot of damage, but then Rob has already done the main thing he needs to do, so we're going to sub him out for Killian, who can do a heal all, because people have taken a bit of damage already. Alright, there's that big attack. Yow, that's a really big attack. Maybe I should have focused on the guy in back first, but I've done this, and so let's try to take out one enemy before we switch tactics. And at this point, I could just do a heal all. Yeah, let's do a heal all because it'll cool down the overdrive and give us a little bit more brief survivability. Then Killian could do a heavy thrust, which won't quite take this guy out. I do think I need to focus on taking one of the guys out before I try to get my other party member back, though. So that's what I'm going to do. Oily Tsunami, I guess is what that's called. Okay, I think a light claymore, will it take you out? I'm not sure, so I think I better... Actually, summoned attack will take out the top guy and deal damage to the bottom guy. Yes. Okay, great. I need teammates. And I also need people in the front row with health. So we're going to swap to you. And then... I think use an Angel Wing on Killian, who could then use skills to get someone else back up. Thank you for doing an attack on just one of us. And then Sienna, now you could X-Slash to go ahead and get bleeding status on this guy. And Killian, I think we need to heal all first. Oh, I got a critical heal. Nice. And then you can go back to Metal Daggers. This guy's weak to fire, I need to remember. Okay, so he's taking a bit of damage. Killian somehow is surviving. X-Slash would cool me down. Yeah, and he's getting low, so I think continuing to lay on the damage, I might not need to bring back another party member in order to do this. So Heavy Thrust is still not going to be enough. So I could Awaken Spirit. I could heal all. Let's just do the Heavy Thrust. I think I can just brute force the end of this battle. So we'll do another Metal Dagger. And then... do you have something you could steal? No. So I'll do an X-Slash. Or actually, this guy is... Hold on. This guy is weak to fire. Victor doesn't have fire. I was thinking of swapping to Victor. Okay. You were low enough that that was going to finish you off anyway. I got a white wine bottle. Okay. Tough battle. There's a lot of battles that it feels like... It definitely... One thing I do appreciate about this game is there's a lot of different considerations, like overdrive and swapping out people and ultra moves and different things. And if you play poorly, you will die. And if you play well, you'll be fine. Well, I guess be fine. Also, the fact that all you have to do is have one character survive the battle and then everything is fine also kind of like plays into that. But it makes kind of an interesting dynamic. Ooh, this is... I think this was off the map, but maybe I found like a hidden passageway and now it is on the map. In any case, it makes for an interesting battle system that I enjoy. Although it does also mean that kind of like every battle is something that takes a long time. But that's acceptable. Oh, hey, Anvil. I was talking about... Remind me in terms of equipment. Victor is currently wearing a Raven Cloak Plus that has a robes bonus in it, I guess. Well, hold on. I'm trying to decide if I want to upgrade Victor into heavy armor. You currently have a shaman robe. And you had a Raven Cloak, which is not nearly as good. Okay, I definitely need to upgrade you. So let's switch you into Chainmail, which is mostly a big upgrade. And then let's use the Anvil to upgrade armor of the Chainmail that you're wearing, because I have the gold ore. And I have the money. And then, do I want to set any crystals in it? I guess let's auto-combine any low-rank crystals I have, and I will take a quick look, but it takes a long time to look through all my crystals. So counter magic up is something that would be good for Victor. So in that case, let's set into armor. In Victor's armor, a crystal that is counter magic up. And so basically when Victor gets hit by a single target physical attack, there's a 1 in 5 chance that his magic will go up by 10%. That seems good. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so Victor's in better shape than he was. Great. Continuing on. Are there any other treasures in here? The door is locked from the other side. Interesting. It does look like there's another doorway in there from the back right, according to the map. So I'm not going to look for another way in right now. And instead, we'll continue this way. So, are we underwater now? Are we in the undersea bed? Or... I'm unsure exactly where we are. And also, this is the battle that's difficult. It seems like the white wine guy is more important to go after early. And he is vulnerable to fire. And you can use fire. So let's aim at back dude and try to take you out of the battlefield first. But otherwise play similarly to how I did last time. Victor should have taken less damage there. Poison is good dot damage. Yeah. So I'm going to focus as much as I can on the back. So yeah, you should do your metal dagger just on this one guy. Now we're in overdrive. I think I'm going to need the healing. So let's go ahead and have a healing him. And then you can continue using fire. And now let's see how much damage we take from this round. Alright. Oh, good. You just hit one guy. It did down him, which is pretty bad. Pandemic would cool down and give poison to the other guy. But I think I might prefer to have Killian out now. Dot damage is really good, though. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Alright, so the other guy is poison, too. Do I want to do a heal all on 3 players? I think I do, actually. Alright, and that's healing in the 40s. That's good. That's an improvement. Okay, and the back guy is almost down. And we did survive. Okay. And, oh wow, Len survived with 1 HP. Great. Okay, so now I'm going to switch to you. A wide swing would kill the back guy, I think. And I think taking an enemy down is more important than anything else. Did not kill the bat guy. That's a shame. Fire jump would hit everybody, which means it would kill you and also help you. Yeah, I'll take this risk. I have to get one of the two off the battlefield. Okay, we killed one dude. Terrific. Victor, I think you've done your job. So let's get Sienna out here and apply another status effect to this guy. Alright, so he's taking 120 damage per round. Len went down, unsurprisingly. And if I just attacked you, would I be able to finish you off with just these two players? I think I will. Although I'm going to be in overheat, so that does make things a little dodgy. Let's take the risk. I'm dealing good damage. He's still taking dot damage. And yeah, if he tries to just hit me one at a time and deal like 40 to one player, I'll survive like another 4 rounds of combat, which will be more than enough to deal the damage I need to deal. Oh, great. And he's spreading the damage too. And this is going to cool me down. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. I enjoy, like, you just need to find a route to victory. It doesn't have to be pretty. It can be ugly. I ended up with 2 dead players at the end of that round, but we got the job done. So that feels good. Okay, there's a way to hop down over there. It doesn't seem like there is anything over in this direction. I'll hop down there shortly, but let's see what's over here. Probably a treasure chest. Yep. Silver ore. I'd like to find more gold. Is this perhaps a rock? No. Not that, well, it's a rock. It's not the type of rock that I can interact with and find a cave hidden behind. To finish my thought a little bit more clearly. And I can go down or I can go up. And down has more, like, little side routes where there might be a treasure chest. Yeah. There's some gold ore. Okay, that's what I wanted to find. I think with one more gold ore, I would be able to... something. There's a treasure up there. Upgrade some of that chainmail again one more time. Crystals. Oh, not enough. I guess that's the name of the crystal? I want to read about that. Let me go find it in my inventory. Not enough. Successful steals yield an extra item with a chance of 50%. I see. So if Sienna had this and tried to do pilfer, she could possibly steal 2 items rather than just 1. Okay, that's interesting. In the other treasure chest, Sacred Water Key. Okay. Seems like that's gonna... Oh. No, the door was locked from the other side. So I'm not sure. Maybe this opens the monastery. And there's some kind of secret side passage. It's not all that secret over here. Ooh. There's definitely some new enemies over there. Is there any other loot I can find before I engage them? Another shaman robe. The shaman robe is an upgrade for Batraz. So let's go ahead and put him in that. That'll help because he's been going down. And what about over here? It seems like a room with nothing in it. Not sure what I'm looking at here. I guess it almost looks like the backside of a closet. I'm not sure how I get down into that room down there. Feels like there would be a way. There's a doorway over there, but it's blocked off by all these things. Maybe like some story event will get rid of all the wooden barrels and things down here. Okay, the enemies in this zone have been difficult. So I'm going to drop a save before I engage 2 new types of enemies. Who do we have? We have a Seahorse Knight, who is weak to wind. We know you, we know you. Oh, the Seahorse Knight, the thing riding on its back, is part of that one enemy. Okay, I did not realize that at first. You definitely feel like the most fearsome foe. And so I think we will get Len out to try to deal with you using fire. Victor, I think we are going to want a healing hymn. So let's get that from the outset. Rob, I think a pandemic might make sense here, so let's start by poisoning the guy that we're all attacking. And so far the damage hasn't been that bad. Since there's 3 enemies on the screen, I think a Light Claymore, just to deal as much damage as possible, makes sense with you. Great. Unparalleled agility, did the Seahorse Knight. Alright, Len is going to continue doing this. Dealing a lot of damage, that's great. Alright, some of our people have been oiled, so we're in trouble there. Also, Rob is getting very low on HP. So I think I should do a heal all in addition to the healing hymn. And then Rob, if you were to pandemic, that means I'll apply poison to 2 other enemies, and so that'll be like 400 damage over the next 5 turns or something. So I think it'll be worth it. My overdrive meter has gotten very hot, so let's just do this to start cooling it down. And Len is still in good shape and might be able to finish this guy off, so I'm going to leave Len out. But I do want to start swapping some players to cool down. Ouch, that's the big one, and Rob went down. That's a shame. Oh, and Len went down too. Ooh, that's more than a shame. Alright, I need some people back. So Angel Wing on... If Len substitutes for Glenn... I think that'll help a lot because Glenn can be a tank. Alright. And then you have 2x weapon summon. I need to cool down though. Draw Iron inflicts heavy, which means Earth would work against them, and Victor is still standing out of the battlefield right now. So I think I'll do this cool down. Hold on. What's your ultra move? I've forgotten. High non-elemental damage to 1 enemy. I don't know that it's worth spending an ultra move on, just hitting 1 enemy. So I'm going to make these guys heavy. And now you're down. Yuck. And now you're down. Okay, I think I've lost this battle. Is there anything clever I can even come up with at this point? I don't think so. I mean, we'll try to get another player back up, but I think I'm just dead. And I'm not sure what I would do differently is the more worrisome thing. You're weak to water. But I think the only chance if I do want to try to keep this going is to bring multiple players back and hope that they focus on Victor and don't deal much damage. Or that I get a turn where I can swap somebody out who has all of their hit points and TP and can heal everybody. Overheat was something I didn't anticipate, though, and Victor just went down. That's a shame. Let's swap you for Glenn. So I have 2 characters who are in good shape. What are the chances? Oh, my overheat. Yeah, I have to use an item. If I bring Batraz back versus Victor, Victor could swap for Sienna, and so that's like a bunch of free hit points if he can get a turn. Alright, thank you for not aiming at him. I need to cool down, so I think it's time for an ultra move as an act of desperation. Alright, we're back in overdrive, and everybody's still up. And Victor can now swap out for Sienna. So there's a new HP pool. You don't have anything that's going to cool me down, which is not great. But I won't overheat with this. And looks like the Seahorse Knight has actually taken more damage. So let's try to get a bleed status on it and take it down next. Glenn. Everybody's TP is fine. So I think I can actually try to get Batraz back up in the battlefield. That'll also cool me down. Seahorse Knight took chance to buff himself, which is good, because it gives me a chance to heal all, probably. I'd only be healing 2 people. I should Helping Hand Batraz is what I should do. There we go. Killian might stay up just with his armor. Okay. Okay, things are happening. It's starting to get good. Pilfer would cool me down, but I can't steal from either of these folks. And anything else is going to overheat me. Yuck. In that case, let's use a utility overdrive. So this would cool down the overdrive meter. I almost never use these things. Alright, so that'll keep us in overdrive. A heal all would be good and would cool us down even more. So now it's 4 versus 2, and now I think I have a good shot at this battle once again. And the Bat Guy continues to take damage over time. So you can hit everybody with this. Sienna could hit everybody with this. Yeah, that seems fine. Sadly, no crits. You're getting low on health. Do you want a Helping Hand yourself? Yes, because it'll cool down the overdrive too. Okay, now we're in great shape. Yeah, it's really interesting how this battle system can have such wild swings of where I was like way out on the ropes and thought I was going to die, and now all of a sudden I've taken command of this once again. So now it's 4 versus 1. Great. X-Slash. So now I can just power through. I can just go all out, 100%. Don't worry about overheating. Just deal as much damage as possible, and we will win the day. Metal Dagger will deal the most damage. And then Glenn can finish you off with the Cross Slash. Okay, the battle system, it's really interesting. I'm still not sure that I'm playing things necessarily optimally, but I'm learning how to play them good enough. And it feels good when you like turn around a battle like that. So there's nothing on the map right now to the north, but if I step in here, then all of a sudden all this gets revealed. Oh, and it's the way back to that thing. Okay. So before I go up there, there's a little cubby that looks like it would probably have a treasure chest over here. And said cubby does not have any treasure chests. And so I'm a little bit sad. But that's fine. We can make our way back over to the hidden doorway. That was over here. But here's a treasure chest. Flat bow. Oh, hello. Rob has not had a weapon upgrade in a long time. He's got a longbow plus. Tell me about flat bow. It is 11 more. Yeah. Let's definitely do that. And there was an anvil nearby. I wonder if I have the tools to upgrade that flat bow. I'm going to go check. I do indeed have the tools to upgrade the flat bow, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. There's a bunch of crystals over in this little cubby. Got another not enough. Neat. So many crystals. There's a bunch of seahorse enemies. The seahorses didn't seem that bad, actually. So, yeah, I think I can take them. That said, I did use my Ultra move last time, so it might take a little time for that to recharge. So we'll start with the Healing Hymn. And what are you guys vulnerable to? Wind. I don't think Len has that. She's got a Wind Thrust for a single, but she doesn't have it for the full party. So I think I'm going to leave Glenn out and kind of focus fire on one of them with him. I think that seems reasonable. And then you can just do that because it hits 3 guys. And poison shot would cool us down a tiny bit, that's fine. Let's get some dot damage going. Alright, poison seems to be very good for them. Or good for me, for hurting them. And now... seems like we could already use a heal all, so I'm gonna do it. I have to outlast at least the first enemy. And now Victor could use wind against these guys. Yeah, let's go for it. 288. Did my game just crash? I have concerns. No, it's back. Hooray. Good job, video game. Way to not crash. Okay, Pandemic will get dot damage on the other 2. So now all of them are poisoned. And Batraz has enough that I'm not worried about him dying before he has a chance to use his big move, so we'll do that. Unparalleled Bravery. How would you draw a line parallel to Bravery? I'm not sure. Okay, and everybody lived. Fantastic. Do I want to do another heal all? Or do I want to try to get one enemy off the battlefield? I want to try to get one enemy off the battlefield because they get the next 3 attacks. Nice. Okay, so now they only get the next 2 attacks. I did overheat. And Rob just went down and Batraz just went down. So, don't count your chickens. This will cool me down, though. Which one of these has taken more damage? They're both pretty equal. And so now in terms of strategery, Glenn is low on HP. Oftentimes these guys only attack one person at a time. Since I'm overheated anyway, I'm going to try to bring back Rob, because he could swap over to Killian and give us a fresh hit point bar. Oh, I could have swapped to Lena too. I don't know why I didn't think of that. That would have been a better choice, actually. And now I'm in dire straits. Okay. We're going to try this again. Yeah, let's try to bring back Rob. Come on, survive. Survive. You survived. You did not survive, however. You guys, oh, because you have so much agility. That's what agility does. It makes you go more frequently during battle. I kind of knew this in the back of my head and hadn't ever said it explicitly. But these guys did all this agility up, and now they get multiple turns. Okay, that was actually an important understanding. So I'm going to lose this battle, but now I understand how to fight these guys. Okay, they get lots of turns because they're super agile. So I should use Cleanse, or I have an Ultra move. Well, I won't be able to use the Ultra move because it's not cooled down. But I should use Cleanse to get rid of their agility buff so that they don't take too many turns. I think that's going to be a key to my strategy. I think the rest of everything is probably okay. And I can wait to substitute out for Len until I need the Cleanse, until they've applied some buffs. So I think the opening to the battle can go basically the same way I just played it out. Yeah, very strategic. Okay, healing him definitely is good. Poison shot is definitely good. Light Claymore hits everybody, and so it's hard to turn down that much damage. Unparalleled Bravery just knocked Rob right out. Yikes. Okay, so they're still super powerful, which is worrisome. So at this point, what is my strategy? I think I have to get Rob back up. Like, with 3 people, I don't think I can do this. I think I need all 4. And then I have to hope to get lucky that Rob doesn't go down again before we get a chance to do things. So... I have multiple things to worry about here. I have my overdrive meter. I have my hit points. I think HP has got to be the biggest concern at the moment. So I'm going to do that. Light Claymore will cool me down. So that's very fortunate. And now we have to endure. Endure. Okay, that's actually really good. So, do any of you have buffs? No. None of you have the agility buffs yet. So, I just need to try to take out one guy with all of my might. Glenn could survive another round of combat, so this is fine to use Glenn. But Rob probably needs to swap out. He's a little bit low. And an explosion trap isn't going to help cool me down, so let's get out Killian. Recall training I don't really want to use. So is the correct thing to do wide swing, because it'll deal damage to the middle guy and also hit the others. Middle guy's almost down. Glenn survives. We're overheating. I have tough choices again. I have to try to get this one guy down, so let's make sure we take one enemy out of battle. Alright. One enemy's gone, but Glenn is also gone. I have 2 weapons summoned. We're overheated. Everybody else could survive, so I think I need to use an Angel Wing and get Glenn back up. And now Glenn can substitute himself out for Len. We get a bunch more HP on the battlefield. We don't need to use Cleanse yet, right? Yeah, no one has any explicit buffs. They're weak to wind, so Wind Thrust. Like, unfortunately, we're overheating, but I'll figure out a way to cool down in a short bit. Okay, Alfred's Will. There we go. Will cool us down and also debuff the enemies. Oh, and it deals damage to them, too. I don't think I realized that. Victor is somehow still alive, he said too soon, because now he's dead. Batraz, Light Claymore would cool us down, and I need that. And it's 3 versus 2, so I can afford to leave Victor down for a moment. So let's do that to get back in overdrive. I'm going to have you... yeah, I'm going to have you spend an Angel Wing to get Victor back. So we can swap out for Sienna in a moment. And then you are going to use Heavy Thrust to cool us down and attack this guy. Good. Thank you for aiming at the guy with the most HP. Victor is now going to swap himself out in order to get more hit points on my side on the battlefield. And top guy is almost down. So at this point, I think just doing the most DPS is what's important. So I will attack both. You could use a Wind Thrust and definitely kill the top guy. So let's get one enemy off the battlefield. My Ultra Move is recharged, by the way. And now at this point, it's 4 versus 1, and you're halfway down. So now I can just brute force the way to the end of the battle. Okay. Yeah, once again, this is a mess. I'm using, like, Angel Wings during these battles, which is definitely worrisome. But we did the thing. We did the necessary. We got skill points. We got some skill level ups and whatnot, etc. Okay. Oh, there's another battle right here. And, oh, it's this mix again. Alright, well, you've seen me fight through this now. I think I know what I'm doing. Wish me luck. Alright, I did use an Ultra Move during that attack, but I actually fared pretty well that time around. There's a tiny chance I missed a treasure chest or something up here. Doesn't look like it. So I think we can continue up this way. I really want to get around to that closet. And it appears I'm moving away from it. Wait a minute. Was there a way to... Yeah, there's a way to go to the left that I almost didn't see. So let's see what's in that secret room that can only be accessed this way. Well, let's unlock the door. Is it just a shortcut? I thought there was going to be like a treasure in here or something. That's a little bit disappointing. I mean, I guess it's not bad as a shortcut, perhaps. I wonder if that means... I don't remember when the last previous fast travel point was. I wonder if that means there'll be another one coming up and I'm going to need to retrace steps through here. Or maybe I am not guessing correctly about how things go. Oh boy, another cutscene. Look at that! A huge bottle of Dorver gin. That's my favorite drink. Or... is it actually... gin? More like a gin. Did I really just run into a boss battle? I cannot afford to start boss battle right now. Well darn. Okay. I'm gonna do one attempt as just kind of like all out. Go for the attack, I think. Okay. He did a fair bit of damage. I'm already pretty worried. Let's get the damage over time started. I feel like I'm gonna need the healing. So let's use a healing him. There's 4 of me and 1 of him. So that part's nice. 1 of him also means I get to use a stronger attack with you, which is also nice. What was your weakness? You're weak to water. Glenn still has all of his hit points, but eventually we will want to sub out to Len so that she can use her water attack. There goes Rob. Victor is also a little bit low. So let's go ahead and get more dot damage going. So you can be bleeding and poisoned. Do I think you'll survive another round of combat? Let's say yes. Fire resistance is currently down. And he's going to attack me with fire, no doubt. So if I use a panacea, antidote, remedy, is there something I can use that... I don't know that there's something that's other than like a cleanse kind of thing that gets rid of negative status effects on my character. So I guess we'll just hope you stay alive and deal some more damage. Oh, Glenn Decoy. Let's do that. It also cools me down right now. So hopefully he'll aim at Glenn. He used a fire attack and aimed at everyone and downed Betrons. Of course he did. Rats. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to win, but I'm just going to deal as much damage as I can. Glenn could survive another hit. Do I want to have him Awakened Spirit? It seems like this guy's just doing an attack all each time, so I don't think that's going to help. So I'm going to wait to sub out. Your fire resistance is still down for another turn, though. And I do have Ultra moves, too. I'm going to wait to sub out for one more turn before I switch to Len. He is taking a lot of dot damage. Sienna did survive and has a Petal Storm, so sure, let's go for it. I'm dealing lots of damage. Glenn still has a lot of hit points. It's going to be Glenn versus the world here, but... I can cool down Overdrive. I don't think it's worth it, though. Yeah, I'm just going to keep doing the damage. And hope that I get lucky here. You could sub out for Victor. You could sub out for Victor, and Victor could do something that would cool down the Overdrive. A heal all might keep Victor in play for another round of battle. This guy is taking a bunch of dot damage, and he's paralyzed. Okay, I didn't notice that that happened. At this point, it might make sense to awaken Spirit, actually. If I could get Killian back on the battlefield, that'd be pretty huge. He's still paralyzed. Okay, that's super duper fantastic. I cannot tell you. Poetic March would cool us down. I think that's probably the most effective thing for you to do. And then Decoy didn't work for Glenn last time. And so do I want to give a meal to Rob to ensure that he survives and I can get Killian out on the battlefield? Or do I just want to keep dealing damage? Having Killian would help a lot, I think. So I am going to give a meal to Rob. That heals for 150. Everyone survives. Rob subs out for Killian, who has all of his hit points. And Killian is going to use a heavy thrust against the Jin. And Victor could heal us and cool us down, so that seems appropriate for right now. And then Glenn can cool us down with the cross slash and deal some damage. Okay. 3 versus 1, we're back in good shape. Glenn is low on TP. That's the one thing to be aware of. Okay, but we can always substitute Glenn out. So that's going to be fine. Overdrive meter's still looking okay. Your purpose is to be a damage dealer. So let's do it. Victor. What's the best thing for you to do? You're weak to water, strong against fire. I mean, I could just deal some damage now with Victor. Or I could do another round of healing. Let's do another round of healing. Like, if I can keep my hit points up, I can just outlast this guy, right? For cooldown purposes, now seems to be a good time to swap to Len. Use water, which is your weakness. It dealt 200, that's great. Oh, he can change his element, and he just changed to water. Don't you think you're so clever? Alright, and he just changed and gave our water resistance down. Okay. I can do something with this, I think. How do I play this? So, he's currently weak to wind and strong to water. Okay, weak to wind. Lena has a wind attack. Victor has a wind attack. I think I'm going to use an Angel Wing and bring Batraz back out. And then I'm going to have you use your wind attack to deal as much damage as possible. I think so. 273. That's quite good. Now he changed his element again. Okay. If you're going to waste your turn changing elements, I'm okay with this. So you are currently weak to earth and strong to wind. You don't have an earth thingy. Do you have any buffs on you? There's nothing worth cleansing. So let's swap back to you. And just deal some damage. I could also lend energy. I could lend energy. Victor is going to need it, and he's got the earth. Yeah, let's lend energy to Victor while we're in overdrive. Ouch. Alright, Batraz went back down. I didn't get a chance to use him, so that's a shame. A heal all will take me out of overdrive, but will help ensure that I stay alive. So I'm going to do it. Alright, we're overheated. Glenn, you need to sub out to Len. Len, he's currently weak to Earth. You don't have anything that's good for Earth, right? So you could just defend to cool us down. That seems acceptable for the moment. Everyone survives. Victor has an Earth attack. We're in overheat, but I'll get a turn to try to cool it down some other way. So that deals a bunch of damage. And he's going to change elements again. I see, that doesn't actually take his turn. He just does that instantaneously. Okay, so what is your element right now? You're weak to fire. I don't have any fire attack with you. And we're very low on HP, and we have all kinds of problems. I need to get rid of the overheat, so at the risk of it becoming a trope, it's time to use your ultra move to cool us down and deal some damage. That puts us back in overdrive, and I've already forgotten you're currently weak to fire, so water would be great. We're at grave risk of just dying here, but I'm going to make a last salvo and see if you're close to death. Alright, you just knocked down somebody. Victor's almost dead. You're currently weak to fire. I can't really do anything with that. I'm going to swap to you to apply some bleed and hope that you're close to death. And then you're currently weak to fire, so water thrust is my best thing. Let's hope he dies right here. He did not, and I did. Alright. I tried. I didn't realize there's going to be a boss coming up right here. It's the end of the episode, so what I'm going to do is load the most recent autosave, which I guess will be right before him, hopefully. Yeah. And I'll put down a hard save here, and next time... I don't know a way that I could do that battle differently, and so I think I might go away and try to take care of some other errands and possibly level up some other skills or something before we come back here, because that seems yucky. In any case, hope that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon. For now, bye-bye.